All right, so the 3 retirement doors again, where was I at? I was gonna knock on everybody's door? I promise you I'm gonna knock on everybody's door. Once I tell you the 3 different doors, you're gonna say, you know what? He may be knocking on my door, but let's see what else he has to say, right? So there are, again,
mastering the art of pre-selling and or selling as you're presenting created a wonderful opportunity for me. I never knew how many products that I could get out of one presentation. Well, until now.
So I attended the 3 retirement doors workshop. It is super informative. I would highly encourage you to contact Mr. Jenny Jones, and he will explain everything to you, but it's a must-have workshop for personal finance. We take care of our clients, we need to take care of ourselves, especially safeguarding our retirements and your money and make it work for you in the future. Thank you.
What I was able to do with the 3 retirement doors, I wanted to reduplicate that process and share it and give it to my students. I was able to create podcasts, audiobooks, audio files, books, workbooks, and so on and so on. And what I wanted to do is I want all my students to know that one presentation, you can create multiple streams of revenue. That's what I wanted to offer in this course.
My experience with the pre-retirement doors was really positive. Jenny gave good points, especially all the stuff that I've been doing in my life. Let me know that I'm in the right path to retirement. So I really enjoyed his presentation, and I definitely recommend for anyone that's thinking about retirement, or even if you're not thinking about retirement right now, and you need to think about it, I definitely recommend this seminar for you. 3 retirement doors is one of the best things I've ever been to. Thank you.
Colleagues have been asking, students have been asking, everybody's been asking. For the first time ever, I'm going to bring my playbook and open it up and let you take a look at why they call me the multiple streams master with 23 revenue streams running 3 companies. The multiple stream master. Hey, Jenny Jones here, Saas Saturdays, Digital Marketing Toolshed. Hope you guys are doing well today. I have a treat for you on this Saas Saturday. Looking forward to connecting with you guys today, showing you some new ideas, wanting to kind of demystify some myths about audio and things of that nature. We're gonna have Carla come on. I think she's in the backstage right now. We're trying to figure out something's going on here, but she'll join on soon. And I kind of want to set the stage for her. To make sure that she's able to join in. So just kind of want to set the stage of what's going to take place today. So Carla is the CEO, founder and CEO of Hiro.fm. And if you haven't heard of Hiro, I don't know where you've been if you have not heard of this fantastic tool. And I kind of want to give the platform to her so she can kind of discuss the path and the journey to this audio secret gem, right? So once you join in, just give me a thumbs up. Let me know where you're chiming in from. Let me know even what time it is. I hear the weirdest time. People's like, hey, it's 3 a.m. I'm like, 3 a.m.? Where are you at? So when you guys get an opportunity to do that, just chime in and let me know you guys are joining in. You guys what I can assure you on the Saas Saturdays, and what I try to do is I try to have them at least twice a month, every other Saturday. Sometimes I will have cancellations. Sometimes we're able to not connect or things come up, but I do try to have them at least every other Saturday, or at least twice a month on this particular channel, the Digital Marketing Toolshed. So you want to make sure that you at least subscribe, ring the bell, just in case we have something come through. All right. So I think I'm trying to make sure that something's not going on with her. her audio, I can't stop and try to call her and connect with her. Like, hey, what are you doing? So hopefully she's reading this. But Carla, it says that you are connecting, and I think it is looking for your signal on that end. You have to have your audio and your video enabled in order for it to pick you up. So I just wanted you to know that. Hopefully you are listening, and I don't want to pick up the call and be rude, but I want to kind of set the stage. And if she does join, she should be able to join, but she's going to go through some of the new wonderful things they're doing there. And I kind of want to talk about that video initially that played before you joined. I did create a course called the Multiple Streams Master, where I'm able to show you about 9 revenue streams using audio. And now I'm going to give one free access to that course away. So who's ever the most engaged, who's ever, I'll be keeping an eye. Don't be asking silly questions, right? I got people that follow me from channel to channel. You asking silly questions like, what's audio? Nothing like that, but ask very engaging questions. I have my parameters of what I want to do and what I'm looking for. All right, so let's get into the business here, right? So I have no idea what's going on. She's texting me. So Carla, yeah, if you can hear me, Carla, it still says you're still connecting, but let me go ahead and set the stage of what that video was. So what that video was, it was initially how I learned about 5 years ago, right? Actually it was probably more like 10 years ago, but it's when I really, I learned it 10 years ago, and it took me 5 years to really get the full concept of it. And that's why I said, so about 5 years, but overall I learned the concept of 10 years ago, creating one piece of content and chopping it up and making like 30 pieces, right? And I learned that 10 years ago. And what happened is once I discovered Hiro, I took the same concept with audio and I was able to split it up. And I got to be about 9 pieces of content. I can probably get more, but 9 that I could really, really use. And I think Carla's going to introduce some things today. She's going to introduce some things today. Let me let her know here that hey, Carla, I can't see you. There. Let me see. All right, so I'm trying to make sure she's able to get in. All right, so I think what happened is we wanted to connect earlier, and then when she got on, my sister wouldn't let her connect. It said it's too early. So then once I started the stream, now we should be squared away. All right, I just wanted to make sure. So about 5 years ago, like I said, I discovered turning these assets into multiple streams here. We are struggling right now. Let me send her, if you guys stand by, let me send her one more link because I don't know that she's able. Let me see. Give me 1 second. Let me try to send this. Give me 1 sec. So I'm trying to do 5 million things at once, try to make sure she gets the new link. And so I learned about 5 years ago. I honestly, between you and I just hate going live because something always goes wrong. It just never fails. It's so crazy. All right, so let me send this to her. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see. I'm sending her a new link because it is not connecting. All right, so we'll try that. All right, so I just tried. Let me see. I apologize. I really, really do apologize. I can't believe this is happening. All right, so all right, so So 5 years ago, like I said, I split that into learning how to create multiple streams of revenue. And that's when people keep asking us, Jenny, how do you keep coming up with these different revenue streams? That's just, listen, my mind just does these weird things. And it's like, what I'll do is I will take, yeah, she's not, for some reason, she's just not able to join the session. I have no idea what's going on. It says she's connecting, but when I look at her, it says signals not available when both cam and mic are turned off. Is your camera, Carl, I know you can see me right now, but if your camera and your mic is off, or if something else like a Zoom has your connectivity, it's just not going to let you join. For some reason, it just does that. So if you did a reboot, a soft reboot, and just cleared everything up, that may make it work out a little bit better. So all right, so let me finish get going here, because I may have to do this thing on my own. So all right, so putting the multiple streams together, it's always best. And I'm kind of going to give you guys this little blueprint of the things that I use when I'm trying to put together my funnels, or when I'm trying to put together my actual ecosystems. I always draw it, and I come back to it because I have to envision it. I always kind of begin with the end in mind. What it is ultimately, do I want people to get from my particular content? And I'll do that. Okay, let me see if this is it. No, I don't have her. If I show you my screen, I show her trying to connect on 3 different systems, 3 different ways, and it's just not picking her up for some reason. I have no idea what is going on. Yeah, that's crazy. I don't even know. I'm sure she can't even join. I hate this. Let me go ahead and finish. Because when she's get on, she's going to be a ball of fire if you've never met her, and she's going to take right off. So let me kind of finish setting it up. So what I do, like I said, I begin with the end in mind, and I'll envision what I'm going to do, what kind of experience I want people to have. And then what I want to do is I always want to make sure that people get out of it what they join for. But if they joining and they just want a peanut butter and jelly sandwiches as well, I mean, do you want milk to go with that? Do you want water to go with that? Do you want some type of beverage to go with that? And I always think when I'm putting my tools and my solutions together, I always figure out what else they may need to go with that, right? And I'll throw that in there. I normally throw my stuff in because I got to give people one package when they're trying to get some, because I want them to get on the end, I do want them to get that experience, what it is that I wanted to set up for them. So let me, since she's not on, let me give you guys something here. Is that her? I think we got her. All right. So I don't know what she was doing. I told her to reboot. No one listens to me, right? And I know her, she uses Zoom like crazy. The one thing about Zoom is Zoom takes all of your resources. Yeah, we're going to take this, we're going to take that, we're going to take this. And then they don't give them back unless you restart. It's the weirdest thing. And I knew that's what it was. So I'm going to add her here to the stream here. Let me finish my thought here. I can see you now, Carla. So I'm going to add you. All right. So I'm going to add you. All right. So my thought is, you have to be able to give people the ultimate experience that they want. You have to be able to over deliver. Anytime you're putting a piece of content out there, you want to always over deliver. So if a person's wanting this, she says, you know what, I'm going to give you this and I'm going to give you that, right? And so that's how I came up with the multiple streams master and some multiple streams master course that I created. So like I said, if you're seeing that at the beginning, I created like 30 products from one. And then on the class that I created, I'm going to show you, if you sign up for that, and there'll be an interest form later for that, I'm going to show you 9 revenue streams. And I think what she's going to say the day, I'm going to probably add about 10. So it's 9 right now. I am going to give away a free access to the course. I am going to give away that towards the end, but must be present to win. but I am going to show you guys that. And one thing I'll tell you, and I'm going to let her come on after this. I have a lot of software. I have a lot, but it's only been one software that has really changed my business immediately, like day one. And that's this tool I'm going to show you that we're going to introduce the CEO to. And we kind of connected because I was like, no, I have to connect with you. I have to connect with you because I've never seen anything like this. And we kind of clicked and we kind of connect. So without further ado, without stalling any longer, I want to introduce you guys to Carla White. Carla is a guru. She's the queen of apps. She's been featured on a couple of different talk shows, man. I'll let you explain all that, but thank you for joining us. I told you guys she's going to bring the fire too, so she owes us now. So welcome to the show. Saas Saturday is finally Carla White.
Yay!
Welcome, Carla. Come in your own
Jenny.
way. Introduce yourself. Give us a little snippet of a back bio and how this all came to fruition, because we're going to get into this. So thank you for hopping on with us this morning.
Yeah, for sure. And thank you for having me, Jenny. And yeah, I'm so honored to be here because I know if anybody is following Jenny, listening to Jenny, you're pretty smart because he's a very wise guy. I mean, he is so smart. And I'm just honored to have this relationship with you, Jenny. So thank you for having me onto your show and everything. Carla White, founder and CEO of Hiro.fm. I didn't quite get my title in there, right? But you got the idea. I am a nerd. I've been in software probably since some of you guys watching this have been in diapers. First woman to launch an iPhone app, which tells you how old I am. I mean, that was 2007? And prior to that, I worked at the Pentagon. That was my first big girl job. Worked for Microsoft, worked for the Olympic Committee. What else did I do? Oh, worked for NASA. And then I launched this app that went viral. And that kind of got me into the whole software world and entrepreneurship. And I'm going to share my latest one, Hiro.fm, with you guys. But that's pretty much my story.
Nice. So since some of us was in diapers, hey, wait a minute. I kind of remember that. I remember Netscape Navigator, right? I remember all the, a lot of people don't. They're like, Netscape Navigator, what is that?
Yeah, right?
It's probably Big Kev's world. He's probably like, wait, what is Netscape Navigator or what is that, right? So, all right. So listen, so the concept of now, you're on a new paradigm. I think you know that already. I think you've been told that enough already, but kind of give people a 40,000 foot view of what Hiro.fm is. Because people say, oh, it's a podcasting platform. I'm like, I think that's just one element of it, but kind of give us a 40,000 foot view of what Hiro.fm is.
Well, to share what it is, I'm going to share a little bit of how it came to be. So I had this app called Gratitude Journal. And when people got my app, they're like, help me with this. Do you have a challenge? Do you have some coaching with this? And so then I entered into the online education coaching world, much like what Jenny's doing now. And if you know anything about that, usually you have to make a membership site, videos, all these things, and which is exactly what I did. I created this 21-day mindset reset challenge. It was videos. Every day I was going live. It was great from the start, like the first few days, but the drop-off rate was horrible because nobody has time to watch videos all the time, right? So then one day a lady joined my challenge. She said, I'm not going to watch the videos. I'm not going to watch the replays. Can you give me the audios? Which I did. And she showed up in our Facebook group. We had this little private Facebook group to help each other out. And she showed up and she was doing a live in there. And she's like, okay, I downloaded everything. I binge listened. And, she had this change mindset. And she shared with us in that live video that her son was contemplating suicide. And he kind of leaned on her, confided in her. And she said he wouldn't have done that had she not went through this program and changed her mindset. She felt so much stronger. And at that point, I thought, well, I'm just going to make everything audio. And there wasn't any tool out there that would distribute the audio in an easy way where the user just had to click to access it, that allowed you to drip the content, sort of gamify it, all those things. And that's what Hiro came to be. It was built out of a necessity for my own business. And after building it for my business and using it, the completion rates went up, the repeat buyers went up. I was able to just deliver content quicker, all of that. So basically what Hiro has evolved into is an all-in-one tool where you don't need videos. You don't need complicated sales funnels. You don't need email systems. You don't need a way to tie all these different tools together. Hiro does it all. So you can deliver your content via audio, and it's private and it's gated and it's piracy proof. So you don't have to worry about people sharing login details and you losing out on profits because somebody gave their buddy the login details to your course. You can automate messages, either in-app messages, SMS messages, emails, and now coming soon, WhatsApp messages as they're listening to their show so that they can be delivered in real time. And your listener can message you back. So it's not just this one-way conversation. It's two-way. You can do all sorts of great things with it.
Whoa. Time out. Stop. What just happened? So now you have WhatsApp, and so give me a use case or set it up for me, because now that if I connect my WhatsApp to my Hiro, is it live, or while they listen to it, it says, hey, I had a question on chapter 2, chapter 3. They can just WhatsApp me and then get that. Really?
Yes. Not quite yet.
Sneaky son
next
of a gun.
week. Yeah, this was the big announcement. So next week we're going to roll.
Oh my goodness. You're the gift that keeps on giving. I love that.
Right? Our goal is just to make knowledge sharing way easier.
Wow. All right. So here's what my challenge is. And I don't know that a lot of people know this, but the reason why I saw your tools like within minutes, I was like, oh, wait a minute. Because what I was doing was I was a traditional podcaster. Matter of fact, I have a podcasting platform that gives me unlimited podcasts. So I can do unlimited podcasts, but I have to be on their network. They're not that known, right? They were trying to use me and try to use some of their other streamers to help build their platform. So I was on that. I wasn't getting any play. I was like, man, nobody can find it. People had to download their app. It was really, really confusing, right? And so, but prior to that, I was on all of them. I was on Spotify. I was on Apple. I was on all of them. And what was happening is, and it says, oh, do you want to opt into revenue share where we can play commercials or in between on your, and this, I think people need to know this and understand this. And I want to say how Hiro solves that. So my traditional podcast, what it is, hey, do you want to opt in? I was like, yeah, I want to opt in. That's what we're doing this for, right? That's why, I want to make money, right? So I think my normal cost was about $35, $45 a month, right? I was on their lowest plan, right? It didn't give me anything. I didn't know where people were listening in or anything like that. Yeah. And I was paying $45 a month. So I opted into the revenue share and I says, hey, I want to be as many places as I can be. I was on Spotify. I was on Amazon. I was everywhere, right? And then I didn't get my first check because they don't cut a check until you at least make $10. Right? Yeah. No, this is true story, right? I'm telling you true stuff. That's the reason why when I saw Hiro, I was like, oh my God, right? So I'm on there and the first month goes by. Crickets, right? And people are downloading. I was sending it out to Facebook and what have you. And that's another story, right? Some of these platforms don't encourage people to leave their platform. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of a struggle when you're trying to get your word out of what it is you do and you want more listeners. So then another month goes by, 6 months goes by, right? And I was sitting, I was trying to use LinkedIn, and guess what showed up? And it didn't pay me out. It just showed up. And it was like, it was 0.007. That was my payout after like 6 months. I kid you not, Carla. I was so frustrated, and I wanted to give up, because you got to think, I'm already 6 months into paying $45-50 a month, but I didn't even see 1 cent. It was like 0.007. I was like, this is crazy. It was such a struggle. So when I saw your platform, I saw all these ideas, and like I said, people call me the multiple streams master, is because I saw yours. I was like, well, wait a minute. If I can do that, then I can do this. And I said, if I did a micro transaction charge, which are back, by the way, even if I charge someone $2.99, $4.99, $5.99, if I'm charging that one person, I've already made more than I've made in 6 months in one day. I started doing the math. It was crazy. So no, I appreciate that. So that's one of the things. All right. So do you want to add anything to that, and the reason why what you thought about in that? Because I want to go in another direction. I kind of wanted to give the audience the story to that, because not only can you do podcasting, you can do audiobooks, you can do coaching. Man, like I said, there's a lot of different things you can do. Anything else you want to add to that? I don't want to take over the whole thing. I just
I love that, because it's true, right? Like, the whole idea is you've got knowledge. Why do we have to spend thousands of dollars on all these different platforms to make a penny, right? It's crazy. The other thing I feel that needs to be added is the complication that's involved with all these other platforms. I feel like we've been kind of sold on this whole complicated system with pop-ups and, enter your email here and you'll get this PDF download, and then, lead magnets that people never read. So what we focus on is, where are the highest conversions and what are people using? Their phone. So in Hiro, you can set up a keyword opt-in, meaning somebody opens up their telephone, their mobile phone, and their chat, and their SMS, and they just text in one word to your number, and boom, you have their name, their email address, their phone number. You're building your list, and you can send them to a sales page. You can give them access to your audio product, whatever.
So let's talk about that for a minute. Let's talk about that for a minute, because one of the challenges, and I'm glad you brought that up, is one of the challenges when you are on Spotify and all that, and Google, all that, and Apple, and you never know who's listening to your content.
Yeah.
Like, never. You will never know who they are. And that was one of the things, because I was on the cheapest plan, which was like $45, because I didn't even know if I was going to make podcasting a thing. I was on the cheapest plan, so I wouldn't even get a geographics. I didn't even know where people were tuning in from, right? You had to pay an additional $25 just to get the geo map, right? And the geo map would say, hey, they're listening in from Europe, they're listening in from the West Coast, the East Coast. So I never knew that. So I had to pay an additional $25, $35 just to get the geo map, but I still would never get their emails. I wouldn't know their demographics. I don't know if they're males. I don't know if they're females. I don't know their age. I don't know the demo. And that was one of the other challenges. But with Hiro, you get at least a name and a phone number, if possible, if you set that up, or you get a name and at least as a minimum an email.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on that?
So depending on how you set it up, you'll
Sure.
at least get a phone number if you do the keyword opt-in. So I don't know if you guys know about this, but SMS, normally text messages get read within the first 10 seconds of being received, have a 99% open rate, and the click-through rate. So if you put a little link in there, the click-through rate is like 40% compared to 2% in emails, right? So SMS marketing is really, really hot if you use it correctly. So we have that baked in. And then not everybody is in the States, obviously. So that's why we added in WhatsApp for anybody who wants to use WhatsApp instead of SMS. Same sort of features, right? You can do the keyword opt-in. You can do real-time chat. You can do automated messages. You can do blast to a bunch of people at once. So,
wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Joyful Stamping, she asked, she says, and I know she's not in the US. I want to say she's in Canada. She says,
Oh,
can
right.
one also use Signal if one does not use WhatsApp? And I'm assuming no, because you would have told
Yeah.
us. She said, I would have. So now Joyful Stamping is, she's, let's just say she probably used 3.1, right? Windows 3.1. So she knows she's an old schooler, right? Like us, right? That's
Yay.
funny. I'm trying to say that
DOS
nicely.
prompts.
I'm trying to say that nicely, Joyful Stamping. So she's kind of been around. I don't know. So she brought up Signal. Like, no, she's basically saying Joyful Stamping is, she just got WhatsApp. I don't know if Signal
Yeah.
is a popular I don't even know what Signal is. What is Signal? Do you know?
Yeah, I don't know either.
Yeah,
So,
see if you could tell us in the chat what Signal is, or if somebody else could tell us
mhm.
what Signal is there. So
So
no, we don't
WhatsApp
don't have Signal. Yeah. Uh-huh.
WhatsApp is owned by Facebook. And so we had to get Facebook's blessing on all of this, on, how it's all used. We had to jump through a lot of hoops.
Right.
And here's a cool, interesting thing I discovered when we were building in WhatsApp, because we were looking into, well, what other APIs are already out there where we could just get this slapped in really quickly.
Sure.
And there's a whole bunch of WhatsApp platforms that allow you to broadcast messages or automate messages. And these platforms cost minimum $150 a month to just have that. And you could jump into Hiro. I don't know if we're going to talk about the promos, but anyway, you can jump into Hiro, use only the WhatsApp features. You don't even need to use the audio features. And you could, it's not that much. It's not $150 a month. That's for sure. I don't know if you want to talk about that.
I think Big Kev's World, I think he's in the UK. Yeah. He says, what is the typical open rate on SMS marketing via Hiro? He's just wondering if you knew that. And I don't know. Do you even know that? Or have you measured that?
No, I don't have individual stats. So how the SMS works is the Hiro user will get a phone number either from Twilio or Telnet. So you purchase it directly from there, and then you enter in your API in Hiro. So we're not adding in any surcharges or anything like that. You just pay directly to Twilio and Telnet. And so your open rates would be in there. We don't have privy to that, but I know my own open rates are up there in the 90s for my SMS being sent out via Hiro. But I don't know what other customers are, because I can't access their accounts.
Yeah, that would be a privacy thing. Maybe that's something you can run on your Facebook. It says, hey, what do you guys do? A little quick survey and trying to figure out, are the open rates better? Are they with Hiro and things of that nature? So I kind of want to talk about, because everybody knows I'm multiple streams master, because that's just what I do, right? So what I wanted to talk about was a feature I think you introduced maybe 6 months to 8 months ago, and a lot of people don't even know about it. And I don't think a lot of people know about it because no one talks about it. But you introduced this feature where you can do some different things with the show notes, right? Let's talk about that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And see how you lit up, because I'm the multiple streams master.
Well,
you know where I'm going with this.
Okay. So full disclosure, I have a membership site and I hate it. I hate having to upload all the videos and do all that stuff. And I'm like, okay, why am I not tooting my own horn, doing my own thing? Because I couldn't display videos with my audios. And sometimes, especially if you're doing software and you have to do a little demo, you need a video in there, right? So what we added into Hiro is you can add in PDFs, you can add in videos, and you can add in, what's the other one? There's 3 things. Oh, images.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So you can add in all those things into each episode. So the cool thing is with Hiro, like, if you think of a regular podcast, you think you record the audio, you upload it, and then you set a date and time when it'll be released to the world. With Hiro, you record the audio, you upload it, but then you can drip it out. You can let them have all the audios at once, or you can set it to a date and time like a regular podcast. The other thing you can do is you can give them access to your show forever, or you can say, hey, you're only getting access to this for a week, and then we're going to take it away to create that urgency, maybe some gamification. And in addition to that, you can also add all these resources. And when somebody gets your show, you know what device they're using to listen to it, when they accessed your show, when they first listened to it, how many episodes they listened to, how much they listen to each episode. And so you can do things like if they stop listening, you can automate a message, a text message, WhatsApp, SM, email, in-app notification to trigger and say, hey, why aren't you listening? Maybe you only got 10 more days to listen to this. And
oh yeah, I saw that. Those are sequences you can build in and say, hey, send out a prompt if a person hasn't downloaded or hasn't listened in such. That's so powerful. I mean, because you got to think the phone. I mean, for one, a person always has their phone with them, and then a notifications is, hey, you forgot. Or listen, I think that's great. So I want to hear in the chat, what do you guys think about that? Or as far as having the ability to start out with audio, right? Because people get information in different ways, right? Some people are audio, some people are visual.
Yeah.
What is it? Kinetically, I think it's 3 or 4 different ones. There's audio, visual, right? I don't know, writing or something. I forget. It's the kinetics or what have you. But to have the ability to one, if they're listening to your audio, you can tell them even in that episode, so let's say they're going through 10 episodes, right? And then they get to like the 3rd episode and says, hell, you finally got here to this episode. What I want to do for you now, here's your surprise for being halfway here. Look down in the show notes and you can get this also, right? That's something, that's how I'm using it. That's how I'm going to envision. I'm going to add some different things, but that's what I'm thinking. What are the ways are you seeing people use it with that same aspect, the video, audio, those 3 things you added? What else are people?
Yeah. So for me personally, all these membership sites that I have, I'm going to get rid of them. That's my goal for Q3 of 2024.
Wow.
I'm going to just get rid of my whole membership site. Everything's going to be on Hiro because I can put all the videos right in each episode. So I don't need a membership site. I don't need
embedded though, right? Yeah, embedded.
Yeah, they're going to be. Yeah. So in all fairness, we have a Hiro Player app, and that's where it displays is in the Hiro Player app. If they choose to listen via Apple Podcast or Google or another podcast player, the resources won't display. But you can
that makes
also,
sense. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
But you can also force the listener to only use the Hiro Player app.
I think that's a setting. I think, so that's a setting. Yeah. So that's good that she brings that up, because if you do want to utilize some of these resources, that's a good point, Carla. I almost forgot is I'm saying we, because I am part of the Carla team, but we don't have control over Apple. We don't have control over Amazon. We don't have a control over all these other platforms. So she can't customize any of those, but she can customize the Hiro app. And so all these features and the things she's talked about, it has to be really within the Hiro app, right? And there's no problem with downloading the Hiro app. You just, hey, this is the Hiro app, right? And that's where the notifications, that's where you're going to get a lot of that. I think that's where you're going to get a lot of the customizations, and you can kind of take people on a journey too with the Hiro app. That's why, and you can force it. What you're saying is in the settings when you release the episode or the show, or do you know? You don't. You know.
Sorry, you cut out a little bit.
Oh, is it the episode or the show is where you can separate and say, I think it's the show. It's the show. When you set up the show, you have to say buy only Hiro app. I think that's
yes.
I think that's
when you set up your show, then there's a little checkbox where you can say only allow the Hiro mobile app to be which is available for both like iOS and Android. So So like back to your point, how are people using this?
Yeah.
I'm going to get rid of my membership site.
Mm.
Plus, there's other things you can do. For example, you can put in bonus resources for getting like as a surprise, like you said, Jenny.
Mm-hmm.
But what I like to do also, in addition, is reward them for listening so far. So I'll surprise them and I'll say, look, I'm just going to send over a free gift right now. This is going to help you. And I'll do that throughout each episode. And I'll tell them, so I'll figure out exactly when I'm saying it in the episode. So it'll be like timestamp 6 minutes into the episode. I'm telling them I'm sending an SMS. And so in Hiro, I can say at 6 minutes into this episode, send this message. So right when I say it in the show, I can say, all right, I'm going to text you over. If I have your phone number, you're going to get a text right now with the link or with this free gift. And that always blows people's minds. And then I'll follow it up.
If I don't have your number, but see, then if I don't have your number, you can send a text link, text free gift here.
Correct.
Ooh, Carla, did you guys get that? Tell me you got, now Shivet, right? She's on here. She's a smart cookie. Shivet, did you get that? Right? Everybody on here is smart, but she challenges me a lot. She's like, oh, Jenny, well, what's 1x equals squared to the modulator? I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, right.
I tease her, right? We were both in the military. But did you get what she just said? And then also, I want to know you guys' comments. I definitely want to get her comment on Carla removing her membership sites, because I think it becomes work. And I think that's what a lot of people don't know. Everybody wants the membership sites, but the thing is, that's the new thing now, right? It went from having offering courses, and now so the next evolution is offering a community. I think what people don't know is how much work it takes to run a freaking community. And what you're saying is, hey, I'm trying to get away from my community and just offer everything on my, obviously you would say that because you're the founder, creator of Hiro. But what else are you saying? Why else are you saying that? Why else are you saying, hey, I'm going to just move everything to there? And you were just saying, easy use. Go ahead, give me some benefits of that.
Yeah. Well, first off, the membership software that I have, it's so expensive. And it takes like constant update, constant changing, things breaking all the time. I didn't get the link. I didn't get the download, blah, 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 blah. Right. In Hiro, everything's audio. I know if I got it. I know if I listened. And I can automate an email to send out with, here's the workbook, or here's like everything they need. I don't have to upload the workbook to another system and control how many downloads they get, all that stuff. It's just so much easier. And I think everybody wants that, right? Like, how many logins do we already have? How many, like, if everything's right on our phone, it's easier, right? And they got your text, they got your phone number and SMS number, so they can text you with any questions they have. And that's how people want to chat. Somebody calls me nowadays. What do? You send them into voicemail.
Right. You always send me the voicemail. So I can attest to that. I'm calling Carla. She's like, voicemail, you need to text me. I'm like, wait, what? So anyway, I'm just being funny. I'm being funny.
It's so true though.
So Big Kev's World said that is fire. And like I was trying to tell people, I don't think people knew. I don't think they knew. So let me ask you this, what all these things you're giving us, and for us to create shows and for us to get all of how much do you take? We'll get into, maybe you may have a special offer or something, but normally platforms like that. I think it's not Pinterest. What starts with a Pantheon? Pantheon. As I say Pantheon?
No,
Pantheon.
Patreon.
Yeah. So normally Pantheon takes a cut. They take a piece of the pie. Do you guys do that?
And the more that you make on that platform, the more of a cut they take.
Oh, I didn't know. Oh,
we take
a scale?
Goose egg. Huh?
It's a scale? I didn't know that. I haven't used that platform.
It's a scale. So the more you make, the more they take.
Get out of here.
Yeah,
And
I know.
what do you guys take to do that?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Because come
Whoa.
on, let's face it. You guys, it's your knowledge, it's your skill set, it's your business. The more you make, the better off we are. So if we're taking a cut of what you're making, that disincentivizes you to constantly make and create and put out your knowledge. So people with black frames are evil geniuses. Oh my gosh, I'm going to use that as my tagline on social media.
What is that? What is
Like
that?
Big Kev said.
Yeah.
That's gonna be my bio now.
Yeah, he's a crack up. He joins me. Shout out to Big Kev. Shout out to Sister Soja. Shout out to Joyful Stamping. Shout out to Mark Rodriguez. They consume a lot of my content. They support me, which I really do appreciate. I can always get a good laugh from them because I know them and we always communicating. Yeah. Big Kev shows up. People with black frames are evil geniuses. And let me tell you what's so funny, right? I never said that, but I would see people say, man, he looks pretty smart. So my wife, true story, right? You guys know I keep it 100. Anybody that follows me, anybody's on any of my channels, they know I keep it 100. And I went to my wife finally let me get my own glasses, right? Because she wants to, oh, you need to have glasses like this, whatever. Yeah, so I go to get my own glasses. I get the black frames, right? She's like, I showed up with them. She's like, who told you to get black frames, right? I was like, what? And these black frames are fire, right? So now I get to tell her, hey, people are saying black frames are for evil geniuses, right? It's just so funny because we went back and forth. She's like, you will not get black frames. Well, I got black frames. And now because Big Kev from the UK said we're evil geniuses, then we're evil.
I got to quickly, don't take that down. I got to take a picture of that. There we go.
Take a picture of that. That's crazy. Right. So
Sister Soldier's on here.
Yeah. Yes. She says, I asked her, did she get it? Remember, I says, hey, let me know you got that. She said, amazing. Gonna have some serious fun. See, because I know her, right? She's gonna be like, oh, well, let me twist this and add this with that. She's her IQ is off the charts, definitely in this business development game. She does a lot of different things like that. And I know she takes people on these different journeys. And I just wanted to know what her thoughts was on the whole community thing. I'm thinking about, there's one. So here's what I'll be honest with you. And we're having conversations here. We're talking strategy here. There is one, I have a couple of brands. I think you know that by now, but there's one that don't engage very much. So when I'm working in the financial realm and I'm doing some consulting on retirement and all that, they're just consumers of information. They don't like to get into conversations about retirement or anything like that. This is true story. I'm noticing these from my audiences. Whereas when I'm working with my SaaS community or I'm working with my digital marketing community, they're always inquiring, asking questions. They want to get better and grow. I'm thinking about just what you said. I'm thinking about probably just doing that on the audio side because I get more audio listeners and more engagement on the audio side on the retirement thing because I'm having these retirement discussions, the retirement strategies. I think that's going to work best. And I almost thought about setting up a community for them, but it's like, why would I set up a community? Because no one's going to show up and no one wants to talk their personal business or anything like that. So it's kind of weird and awkward for the financial and or the retirement planning that I work with. But my community that I do digital marketing with and all that, they love my community aspect. So don't worry, guys. I'm not going away with that. I'm actually improving that. But I love engaging with them. I love having conversations and discussions with them. So that's different. You're growing a massive empire over there. He's like, hey, I'm trying to scale it back just a little bit. So I get that. I understand that. So what did she say? I love that you're letting us keep our revenue. Yeah. So she's saying, right? Yeah. So in this day and age, wow. Yeah, because everybody wants a piece of the pie. It's like, you want a piece of my pie? Just put the platform up, right? Just put the platform up. I'm already paying for the platform, right?
Exactly. There was a platform, I'm not going to say the name, but I was pretty loyal to it. And then I noticed they were taking little pieces of my revenues. And telling you, when you get a big chunk of revenue to come through and a few grand go to them on top of paying for the software, peace out. I'm gone.
Yeah, I
Thanks,
mean
but
but you know what I call that? Really, honestly, I was having a discussion with a founder the other day. Yeah, I think it was last week or a couple weeks ago, and I was basically saying, if you understand what it takes, and I think you said it, if people are empowered, creative people that wear
Mhm.
black glasses. No. If they are empowered to create beyond measure, you just put the platform together. I think the word spreads a lot faster about the platform because I'm just free to create. I don't have to worry about how much I'm going to cut you out of and cut you out of.
Mhm.
Now, I think, and then there's two rules of thought. I found that the most founders that get that and understand that have done the very best. That's what I found. I don't know.
Yeah, and I agree. And here's another backbone rule that I have that kind of governs is why this all started to begin with. I created audio and it helped somebody. If I am holding another person back from their knowledge sharing, I'm holding back the impact they're going to make on somebody else's life. And I know hands down right now, there's somebody praying for what you have in knowledge, the answers you hold. And it's just connecting you two and getting you two to connect so that you can help them out. And the more that the business or the platform or whatever interferes with that connection, the more it holds everybody back. Everybody, the person looking for your knowledge and you. So I just don't want to be that clog in the wheel.
And I think that stems from your initial root of wanting for your creativity of creating it, because you're about the parent with the suicidal kid and all that. I think you want to make sure that people get access to the information. Okay,
Correct.
Shivette, she's like, I'm in the car listening too, so I have to pull over every time to respond. Wait, what? Hey, listen, let me get this off the screen because something happens. I don't want to get pulled into a courtroom and they'll be like, well, she was listening to Saas Saturdays. One, I would love the publicity, but two, I don't want to be held liable. So don't be doing that, Shivette. Right? I told you she didn't want to miss it.
That is so funny.
She didn't want to miss this, so I appreciate her showing up. All right, so kind of help us out here. Is there anything you wanted to show us, or did you want to show it? Oh, okay.
You guys want to take a peek? Because here's the thing. When we talk about all these features, the number one question is, oh my God, it must be so hard to set up. That's usually what I get. Like, how many days do I need to put aside to set this up? And I'm like, days? I'm talking like how many, maybe minutes?
I honestly, I don't want, listen, I want everybody out there to know, Big Kev, everybody else, listen, I'm not sucking up when I say this, but this thing is super easy to put together.
Yeah.
It's one of the easiest ones to put together. It's not like, it's not, what's the name of that furniture you buy? And you
IKEA.
It's not like IKEA. There's some tools like that. I just shared this. I shared in my community the other day. It's like, Jenny, why you don't like this tool anymore? I said, man, it had too many parts, man. I opened up the instruction box, right? It's a SaaS tool. I opened up the instruction box and instructions fell out everywhere. I couldn't figure out what to do. It's my way of saying,
oh my God,
if I had the time, I would get into it. I'm sure it does a lot, but I don't need that in my life right now. I kind of already have that. They're adding more complexity to my life and I don't need it. I was like, oh, it does AI and it was real. I was like, listen, I don't need, it's funny. I opened up the box. I logged in. I was like, whoa, stuff was, hey, you can do this. And you had stuff, arrows pointing here and all that. So yeah, take us on this journey.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, take us on. What do you got? Yeah, you just hit the share.
First thing,
share regular. Go ahead.
Okay, it says, okay,
yeah, just
allow share window. Is it sharing?
Yeah, you just hit share and you can just figure out what you want to share.
Okay,
a tab or screen or whatever.
Share screen. Allow share screen.
As you guys notice, she's obviously just an audio person.
It just keeps giving me the same pop-up. All right. Dedicate one window for sharing. Prepare in advance. Okay, share. allow share window, allow to share screen. I want to share the
Yeah,
screen.
you just got to pick one.
There you
Yeah,
go.
just pick one.
Okay.
You got it. Okay,
I
so
think.
did you?
Do I have to pick a window?
Yeah,
now?
you got to pick. Now you're ready. Now you're ready. Now you're ready. Oh,
Okay.
goodness,
First,
Carla.
before we get into this, I want to share the new ad. Can you see this? Can you see Canva?
I'm good. No, I'm good to pull it up. I'm good to pull it up. I just want to make sure you got it. All right. So.
Okay.
All right. So let's see.
Can you
here.
see Canva?
I can see Canva. Yeah.
This is my new ad.
You are wrong. You are wrong for that. I told you guys, man, Carla is a crack up, but she's keeping it 100. It's like paying for 17 different platforms to run your one-person business.
Or using Hiro. Yeah. All right. Let's show you Hiro.
That is too funny. Oh my goodness, that's too funny.
Okay, now are you seeing the Hiro platform?
Yeah, we can see it. It's up on the screen.
Okay, good. All right, because I'm just new to this thing that we're using. All right, so this isn't the
Wait,
live
everybody
version.
can see it except for Soldier because she's driving. So just catch it later,
Yes.
Soldier. Don't pull over.
Pull over. Yeah, don't look. Don't look.
Yeah, don't look.
All right. So this is what's coming next week. I wanted to share this because it has the new, you can see this WhatsApp here. But this is the dashboard. It'll show, and this is also dev, so it's all dummy data. But it'll show who's been playing your show last, what the top episodes are, where you are with all your downloads and everything, your little heat map of who's listening where. But I'm just going to walk you through real quick how easy it is.
You can show me that, but just leave it on the screen. Now scroll down the heat map.
Yeah.
They wanted me to pay an additional $25-$35 just to get the heat map. But see, here's the thing. Just to see the heat map, what you're showing me up above where the names and people are listening and having their email address, I wasn't even getting that. And you want me to pay another $25 just to get a heat map?
I know.
And I would make in 6 months, I'd make 0.007 cents. Get out of here. But go ahead. All right. Go ahead and finish up as we kind of wrap up.
Yeah.
Here. Go ahead.
Okay. So we offer 4 ways to create a show. So like you could import your whole YouTube channel and turn it into a private podcast. You can import an RSS feed. So if you're on another private podcast platform or have a podcast you want to port over, or you can take a show from another Hiro user and pull it in with a share code. So you can like share the whole setup. But I'm going to share how easy it is to from scratch. So
make sure you're watching Joyful Stamping.
Bob's show.
She doesn't like to be challenged like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. So probably some of the hardest stuff is, let me go into, I think I got demo. Here we go. Probably the hardest stuff is creating the cover art. That's probably going to take you the most time.
Yeah, I would say that because now you get into the creative aspect. You want it to look a certain way. So now I remember that. I was like, man, I don't want this to look that. And you can change this at any time, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure. So you can see over here what it'll look like in the player. We do have AI built in. So if you want to have AI write the summary and stuff, you just click right here. I'm not going to go into all that, though. I just want to share how quick and easy it is. A couple of customization things. But here's where I was talking about earlier, where it really shines. So you can allow your listener to have all the episodes at once, drip it out over a time period. So say it's challenge or course or something like that, or release episodes on a specific calendar date, like a traditional podcast. The other thing is restricting access. So if it's like an audiobook, let's just let them have it forever. But if it's a challenge, so I'm going to come up with a expiring mini course is what I'm going to call it. And I'm going to give them only 3 days to listen to that mini course.
Range.
If they
this is
finish
range. You can use this in a lot of different ways. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. If they finish the mini course, I'm going to let them have access to it forever with bonus material.
Oh, wow.
If they don't, tough luck. Okay.
And they don't even know that.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people don't finish the courses that they start.
No, they don't.
Okay.
But here, when I do this expiring mini course, it's going to be a lead magnet.
Sure.
And each episode's going to drip out. And
so a lead magnet is she's going to get a lead, so she wants to throw something out there so that people could take advantage of it and sign up and or opt in. So that, I mean, I'm trying to help some of the people that don't probably know what a lead magnet is. So yeah.
I might sell it for pretty cheap. I'm not sure. But really, it's just to get a bunch of prospects to buy my software.
Suspects.
Yeah. Suspects or prospects?
Yeah. Well, what I learned is they're suspects first, then you turn them into prospects, and then so I'm just because you don't know. It's a lead magnet, so they're suspects, right? That's
for sure, right?
That's my famous way.
So I'm going to share exactly how I'm going to set it up. So they have to finish episode 1 to get episode 2. So I'm going to drip it out. I'm going to expire.
Okay.
They're only going to be able to listen to it on the Hiro player. Okay. And then I'll probably edit. So each person who gets access to the expiring mini course, they get an email with their private link to access it. And I'll probably edit this email with some additional information, but for the demo, I'll just keep it as is. Okay. So now you just bring in some files, and I'll just grab a couple to not bore you. But the thing is, here you can upload your videos, and Hiro will automatically convert them into audios to just save you that extra time.
Whoa. Wait. Did you try to sneak that by me? Because I did not know that. I didn't know I can upload video and it turns it into audio. So it turns it into, you upload the video, you upload the MP4 and it turns it into an MP3.
Correct. It'll pull out. So when it's doing that, let me just go, I'll update this real quick. When it's doing that, under this audio file, it'll say converting. And then you come back a little bit later and it'll be converted. So it doesn't happen like that.
I just wanted to show my face. Because I do a lot in video, right? And I've been wanting to say, oh man, I need to put this in audio. And sometimes I'll send it in another system and then I'll convert it over. But you've been holding out on me, Carla. What's up with that?
I don't know. That was one that a feature we've had in there forever. So maybe I just overlook it. So,
wow.
Let's see. You can have AI automatically transcribe everything from audio to text. Show notes. This will appear in any player. So I like to put in their tasks that they need to do at the end of each episode. Like task number 1, go out and join our Facebook group. And I'll say, go into the show notes to get a link to that. But this is what Jenny was talking about, where you can add in an image, a video, or a file.
That's fire. I don't care what nobody said. That's fire.
I don't know if I have a link to one. Here, let's see what this is. I'll just call it demo. No preview. I don't know what that is. I just grabbed something. But let me see if it works if I click that. Yeah, there we go. I picked the wrong one. So it'll give a preview of a resource. And this is kind of what it'll look like in the Hiro player as well. They'll just be, so you can link to pretty much any audio server, whatever, hosting platform that allows embed. So whatever you have there. All right. And then we get down to the sales page. So Hiro gives you a sales page with each show. So you don't have to go out and create another funnel page or web page to sell access to your show or give access to your show. And you can say, I want this episode to be a sample on the sales page. And then the next thing is automations. Do I want this episode to be required? Meaning, if I set up an automation that fires, if they don't listen to this, this one it'll then allow it to fire, allow it to trigger. So I'll show you how that works. Okay. So I'm just going to go ahead.
You're showing us the advanced stuff. I thought you were going to
yeah.
I thought you were going to keep it on the surface. That is some serious stuff right there, though.
Okay. So here we go. We got our show set up, more or less, right? I talked you through it. You kind of got to go into each episode and change the title, add in some stuff. But really, it's pretty quick. I think setting up episodes takes me maybe about 15 minutes. Now, here's where the magic happens, are these automations. So I can select my show, my expiring mini course, and when the listener gets access, let's just do that.
What are our options? Go back there. Give us our options. Go back, because you can't really see it that much. Yeah, you can't really see it that much.
So these are the things that will trigger an event. So when the listener gets access, when they get a new episode, when they hit a certain part of the show, so a playthrough rate, if the listener stops or doesn't listen, so that's when we marked the episode as required, that'll trigger that one. When they start the show, so they actually hit play on the show on a specific date, or when the listener finishes the show. And actually, I'm going to do playthrough it. Yeah, go ahead, Jenny. I'm sorry.
So these are, just so people know, because I don't think a lot of people know the power of this. These are automations that you can just add to your particular show or episode. Just so I'll know.
To your show. So,
to your show.
For example, playthrough rate on episode 1, when they hit 2 minutes and 25 seconds. So let's say that's when I actually say in the show, I'm going to send you a text message right now. So then I can go send an SMS.
Whoa.
And you can add in a little Giphy. You can personalize it. So, welcome.
Whoa.
Here's the link, right? And I don't have a Giphy available, but maybe it'll pull one from my memory. Yeah, no, I don't. But it'll just display like a GIF in a text.
Oh, okay.
So, but here's what I like to do. I'll send an SMS. I'll also send an email to them, right? Just really making sure they get it. Or maybe I don't have everybody's text number. So here's the link. If I have their WhatsApp, I can do WhatsApp, same thing. And I can also send an in-app notification. This is just an example. So free gift.
Wow.
Oops. So you can do all of that to send them notifications. Let me just put in some text. And you can set all this up on autopilot. So for the expiring mini course, for example, when they finish, one thing that I'll do, so they finish the show, I told them they get the show. They get to keep the show. So what I'll do is I'll create the exact same show, but with bonus episodes. And what I'll do is I'll send them access to that show. So let's say Dog Training 101 is, and that's the one that they can keep forever when they finish the show.
So you had a webhook in there too.
Yeah.
I don't want to throw you off.
Like ringless calls. I don't know. Put them into a sequence in another email.
Are you freaking kidding me? I got to get you on a Saas Saturdays just to get this extra juice from you. What the?
I know. We put it a lot.
I'm gonna invite you to a Saas Saturday every Saturday now to get all this extra juice. I guess I need to know, because honestly, all right. So I think what I'm seeing here is, and what you guys are seeing, look at the range of this tool. And they're like, oh, by the way, we don't take anything additional from we is more successful you are with this tool. Wow. I'm blown away. All right.
Okay. So here's where you can get rid of web pages altogether if you want. If you have a podcast or a YouTube channel and you want to know who's listening, like what you could do is just take that YouTube channel, turn it into a private podcast, and then do a keyword free and give them access to that private podcast. You can tag them. But basically what happens is they would text the word free to either they can do it in WhatsApp or they can do it through SMS. Same thing, doesn't matter. And then you will get their email. So you can ask for their email and their name, and then they get a link to your show. And look at how long that took me, like probably 30 seconds to set up.
And you're already up and running, making money.
Yeah. But here's the other thing.
Show us the sales page.
You got your sales page already built. So here's my expiring mini course, and I can give it away for free. I can set a price, whatever, doesn't matter. I can use my own domain name for it. I'm just going to keep what it has. Oh, thanks to Jenny and his brilliance, I can add it to a category. Multilingual.
I remember suggesting that. I can't believe you did it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Pixel tracking. That. You can put
only
some stuff in
only a person with multiple brands could come up with something like that.
I know, right? But it is smart because I have that as well. About your show, you can do some reviews. So put that in there. FAQs. So basically, when we built out the sections of a sales page, we looked at hundreds of different sales pages and just picked what needed to be in a sales page. So now that is set up, I can preview my sales page or just flip it on right now. So let's take a look at the sales page. So there's the sales page. Yeah. And you also get a profile page. So all the shows that you have are under one page. So you can link that to in all your emails and your social media.
That's crazy. That's sick. Oh my God. Co-Crush Media. Wow, he just now showing up. The good stuff is over. Co-Crush, what are you doing? Right?
So now here's where you can chat with people in real time. Right
here
in the inbox.
Oh, this is part of the WhatsApp thing that's coming.
Here it's with WhatsApp because I have a WhatsApp number, but it can be also with.
That's right. I've seen it with the regular SMS. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and you can do emojis. You can add an image, Giphy, stuff like that. But then the other cool thing is these campaigns. So you can send out a message. And you can send it to everybody who got Speed Reading 101, for example.
Oh, and I forgot about the campaigns.
Yeah.
Darn it.
So that's a really good way. You could send out a message to people. Yeah. Like, hey, my live is starting. Here's the link. Can you join us? Right?
What?
I get whenever I do, so I do Q&A Wednesdays, and whenever I do that, I send out a campaign saying, hey, here's the link. And most of the people who show up are the ones who got that text message.
You are kidding me. I mean, stop, Carla, stop. Stop. Because honestly, so here's what happened, right? So true confession, right? Jenny, every now and then we'll do a true confession, right? Me and Usher will do a true confession. Listen, I knew of you still want that on screen? You still going to show something? Yeah.
No, I'm done.
I knew, right? So the way I was thinking of the audio streams, right? And the way that I put my course together was having a flywheel with Hiro in the middle. And I have 9 different ways you can make money. I'm going to tell you right now, I just found another 9 ways. So I may be up to 18 streams. I am going to offer that course. And I think you have an offer as we kind of wrap up here. So it's called the unlimited, it's called multiple streams of audio, right? I have 9 streams without even some of those things that she showed me. Here's the reason why, because I forgot that you can do that. And there's so much more power in once you get into a person's phone, it's a wrap. Because they already trust you. They gave you their email or they opted in. They already trust you. As long as you're giving them juice, you will remain in their phone, right? You remain in their phone. Now, for those of you who have Partnero, I could be here another hour. I'm going to add a Partnero piece in there, right? So those of you who pick up the course, I'm going to add a Partnero piece in there. See how excited I just got, man, these glasses. What happens when you put them on, man? It's like Clark Kent of marketing up in here, right? Oh my goodness, right? It's so crazy. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm going to do, funny. So I am going to give a course away. I made Big Kev is rooting for it. She's already connected to me. Somehow she'll probably get it for like $2 or something. I don't know. She picks up all my stuff. So I always try to take care of it, right? Anybody that belongs in my ecosystem already, they know I just kind of give them 80% off or whatever. That's what I do to people that trust me and kind of follow me and different things like that. I don't know, probably Joyful Stamping. Cold Crush, he showed up late. He ain't getting nothing, right? So Cold Crush Media, right? So as we kind of wrap up here, I think I want to get a couple of questions here. I think one is, so she asked this, which I know the answer to this one, but so Joyful Stamping, as we wrap up, and I kind of want you to put an offer out there, so we'll have it. So I could upload a tutorial video and create it in YouTube. And the answer to that is?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can do.
So you could upload it if you want the audio version in an episode, or you can include it. Just put the YouTube link. You don't have to upload 2 different places. Just put that YouTube link right into the resources, and then it's included.
Nice. All right. So I'm going to have to watch this multiple times to get all the juice. You know how we do. You got to get the Jenny juice. The Jenny juice, right? T-shirts are coming, by the way.
That's such a good one.
2 shirts are coming from my launch cart. You guys know how I do, right? And if you guys are not, like, I follow Carla, right? I see the things she does. If you ever opt into any of her stuff, she'll take you on a journey. You get into her world and you're doing all this, like, wait a minute, she did this and she did that. So I learned a lot from her too. And one thing you guys are going to learn from me, and if you're in a community, in the Hiro community, is you're going to learn different ways of how to empower your clients or your potential clients or your suspects to turn into prospects, right?
Yeah.
You're going to learn. You always need to be around people that's giving you this juice. And you're like, man, I'm never without ideas. Then it comes to executing, right? That's a whole nother story. So let me get a couple more questions here because we got to start a little bit late here. Not my problem, not my fault, but I try to tell people to reset. So I want to wrap up here. As we wrap up, Shivesh says, hey, I'm going in on this weekend. I told you how she is. She's like, oh, once she gets a couple ideas, she's going to be off on a tangent there. So Cold Crush asked about agency. Now I know, do you have any direction or time frame or when you're going to extend that a little bit? Or I think you kind of have a mini agency, but do you have a time frame on when? Because everybody wants agency, right?
Yeah,
a lot of people wanting that. So what we got on that?
So we do have an agency level. So what it is you can create 5 sub accounts under one account. And then, so basically you would run and manage. Each account has their own connection to Stripe, their own connection to SMS, so each account is unique. And then you can go and turn around and charge that person whatever you want to run their show. So you would run their show for them. The other option that I've seen some people do is they start their client in the agency. So they'll set up the show and agency, they'll get everything done, and then they create one of those share codes and get them set up in their own membership later on and just port everything over using a share code. So there's a few different ways you can do it. But yeah, we definitely support agencies. And if you want to learn more, just reach out to us at our support and we'll get you hooked up.
Okay. Yeah, I'm interested to know how that new strategy. And so Adrian Callaway? Oh my God, they said it'd be a chance of rain out there. Man, Adrian showed up. Adrian showed up. She know I'm giving a hard time. I love her so much, but I'm like, where did she? Anyway,
Yeah.
it says, Carla, can you do affiliates in Hiro?
Yeah. So we do have affiliates, partner.hiro.fm. It's the link to sign up as an affiliate, but also to know, and I didn't mention this before, is when you join Hiro, you automatically become an affiliate because there's different links that will take your listener back to the Hiro pages, like a support or something like that. Well, if that link goes to support and that listener becomes a customer, well, we want to give you a kickback for that. So any one of your listeners that ends up becoming a customer, we automatically track that. So then we can thank you and pay you for that. So there's a couple.
Stop right there. So you don't charge us for our creativity on the front end, but then you just automatically opt us in and say, oh, by the way, since you've blown up on Hiro and becoming so popular, a lot of people are figuring out what platform is this that's giving you access to audio, that's dripping feeds out, that's hitting these triggers. As you got halfway. Here's another bonus. What platform is this? They click on it. Then you get paid.
Yeah,
man, stop it. Yeah, that's what people not getting. That's what these founders are not getting, right? That's what these founders. When I first found your tool, I was like, so many people's like, oh, I don't know. And I'm like, no, dude, do you see what this tool is doing? And that came from a heart, as we kind of wrap up here, that came from a heart of going through the whole podcast realm, going through the whole podcast journey, right? And I think podcasting, even over the last 2 years, maybe the last 3 years, has changed dramatically, right? Because a lot of people are finding out, man, I got to have 1 million subscribers, right? And then by the time you drip to me, and I'm going to put this out here, right? Anytime I do this, right? I got to make sure nobody's listening, right? If you follow me, that's what I do a lot. Listen, and I'm going to put myself on the screen here, right? All right. So what you guys are finding out is there's lots of ways to create revenue for your business. If you want to be at the top of the revenue chain, this is that type of tool. And what I mean by that is if you want to create revenue through YouTube, Facebook, and all that, TikTok and all podcasting, you're going to get pennies on the dollar, pennies. So a lot of people say, oh, Jenny, you're running ads, whatever. Dude, I make like $14 a month. And you've seen 100,000 ads and I make like $14 a month. Now, it's no knock on YouTube, right? You would have never found me, or people find me and didn't get in my ecosystem. But if you find me on YouTube where I'm making $14 a month, then get into my Hiro.fm on the top end. So if I charge each client $14 a month or each subscriber $14 a month, I got 4,000 subscribers and I charge each one of them $14 a month. You see the difference because now you're at the top of the revenue chain. That's where this is the tool that gets you to the top. You don't have to drip and sneak all the way down through. You don't have to get pennies, right? You don't have to get pennies. And there's nothing wrong with those tools. I'm not saying that, but this is one of those tools that puts you at the top of the revenue chain. All right, I'm down to my soapbox. I just wanted to get people that as we wrap up. Do you have anything to say about that, Carla? I mean,
because like,
is that true?
Yeah, it's absolutely true. Content is king, but this is what happens when a software is developed by a business, like an entrepreneur like you, right? Entrepreneur creating for entrepreneurs rather than just software people trying to figure out how can I make something blow up and make a lot of money, right? That's not the way to go, right? If you can make your audience rich, you'll be fine.
That's that. Let me see. 1 + 1. Yeah. Carry to 3. Yeah. That's the formula. I don't get it.
I know, right?
I don't get it. So listen, let's wrap this up. Let's put a bow on this. Any last words, comments? You got anything in the pipe that maybe
do you want me to share the offer and how they can?
Yeah, let's share that. What we got?
Okay.
What we got? Is it on the screen or are you gonna put it in the
let me just see if I got it pulled up here. 1 second. Here. I thought I did, but I wanted to
So Cold Crush, so he's a DJ, right? And he does albums and things like that. He says, "Hey, I'm gonna sell my album through this. That's my hack." Wow, you got the same look that I got, right? There's some Cold Crush is another one, right? Cold Crush Media. He's another one that's like, Jenny, guess what? I'm like, what? He's like, if I stack this Lego on top of this Lego and then stack this Lego, I'll have 15 Legos, right? So he's another one that does that. So these guys, these are the people that I'm meeting in my community, right? And they just, so he's like, I'm gonna sell my album. Dude, that's perfect. And both Cold Crush and I, we own these radio stations, right? And we were basically saying how we're going to use our radio station to grow our Hiro.
Oh, that's so smart.
Crazy. I'm telling you. So so he's part of my think tank. So I have a 24/7 think tank and we come up with these different ideas and how each other can grow and stuff like that. So shout out to my think tank. All right. So what we got here? Here
is a special offer. Before I get into this, actually, I want to share our pricing. I'm going to pull that while that pulls up. But this is a special offer where you can get lifetime membership for $67. Okay. And you can go through the page and see all the features. But if you go to hiro.fm/SP for sales page /lifetime-deal.
We got to put that in the chat here.
Yeah. Do you want me to copy that and put that in? But here's
copy that and put it. Go
okay. I'm not going to go through the sales page, but when you sign up, it'll take you to this page. And what I'd like you to do is just put Jenny Jones, something like that in the order notes so we know that you came from Jenny's show. That's one thing. Okay. So you sign up, you got just usual sign up form, but make sure you put Jenny in there. Let me grab the URL for that. But when you sign up, but you're like, okay, well, what level, what is this? This is for, and I'm going to pull up our pricing page. This is for our solo plan. Okay. You can see what's included in our solo plan. But after you click to sign up, once you go through the checkout, we do give you the opportunity to upgrade to this unlimited business plan. And instead of paying $970 a year, it's for $147.
Whoa. Wait.
Yeah.
Wait. Hold on. Time out. You said you were going to give me a deal for my audience. I did not know you were going to give me a steal for my audience. That's crazy. So all the stuff we just learned, so that particular setup gives me unlimited shows.
Yeah.
So when I look at my bank account, I see unlimited revenue, right? And you're not, hey, Jenny now has unlimited revenue. Now he's making 20 grand a month. Now I'm going to up my cost of, that's crazy, Carla. I'm so grateful for you. I will tell you that. I really am. When I met you, when I saw your vision, heard your story, I believed in you and I believed in your product. but for you to make this available to my audience, I really, really do appreciate that. I'm going to give everybody, I am going to have a course that I'm going to add on here. I'm going to give it away for $20 because the course is normally $150. Because you're doing that, I want to grow them and make them better. I'm going to do my unlimited streams for $20 for everybody. For even being here. My Saas Saturdays are juice. You guys got to share. Listen, I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers. Share, tell people if you're not a subscriber, make sure you sign up. I want to make as many entrepreneurs as happy as I can. I love bringing on people like Carla. This is juice. Carla, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
How do I stop the share? There we go. Stop share. There we go. I did it.
Don't drop yourself out of the screen.
I know.
So
right? I dropped the link in our private chat, but I don't know how to drop it into the YouTube chat. So I don't know if you can give that to everybody.
I'm gonna. So, hold on. Let me see if I can pull it up here, and I'm gonna write it in there.
It's on the.
Yeah, I got it here. I'm just gonna
stream.
Yeah, I'm gonna. It's in the one stream chat. Okay, so hold on. Let me see. Oh, I see it right here. Thank you. All right. Wow. All right. All right, here it is right here. So let me drop that link here. I'm gonna put it also in the description.
Oh yeah.
So there's a link there for you guys if you want to get that deal. I think there's going to be some questions, right? If some people may have you on a certain plan or they may not, or may didn't get an opportunity to upgrade, we'll talk about that. We'll handle that. A lot of those people I probably even know because I think I know a lot of people here. You guys just reach out to me. Carl and I make sure you guys get taken care of. We'll make sure we get you on the deal you want. If you want that annual deal, which I think is an annual steal, we'll definitely try to make sure that you guys get that. I'm going to drop my interest link only if you have an interest because I only finished 50% of it. I wanted to finish the other part. I said, I'm going to make an audio book and then this, but I want to make it an ultimate setup. So what I am going to do is I'm going to have I'm going to put my link in there. So just in case if you didn't get a chance to get to this or I'm going to do this and I'm going to make it for $20. So this is an interest list. Those of you who already know me, just say, hey, Jenny, I was on your call. I'll recognize you. So that's my link. That's to get you on once I release the course. I'm halfway done with it. Actually, now that I heard this, I got to add more stuff to it. So I'm going to add that in there as well. So I do have a winner for today, right? And that I'm going to give this course away for free. So that winner is Joyful Stamping. Joyful Stamping. Yay, Joyful Stamping. All right. So I'm going to give that course away for free from Joyful Stamping. And I think, Adrian, just get with me. Return at least one of my calls, and then I'll probably be able to help you. I'm putting her on blast right now. I know she's probably laughing like crazy. Return at least one of my calls, and we'll help you get the 147 annually. So we'll definitely do that. So make sure you put my name in the notes, right? Jenny's bring you the juice, right? And we're gonna go from there. I actually got some Jenny Juice shirts I'm gonna be giving away too. So you guys got to stay tuned for that. I'm having fun. Aren't you guys having fun this year? We got another quarter left. We can kind of finish this year out. Carla, thank you. This has been great. Do you have any last minute words to these inspiring entrepreneurs? Michael is in the house. Wait, is this part of my tier 2 I purchased last year? Oh, yeah. Michael, we gotta. Yeah, it is, Michael.
You already got it, Michael. Yeah,
Michael, Michael is.
Man, that kind of deal ain't happening again.
It ain't happening. I tried to tell them when they got it, so I don't know.
No, Michael, you got it.
This is fire. Listen, I love work. I have some of the best entrepreneurs that are that are in part of my community. I'm not going to say they're following me. We're just growing each other, right? Some of them are in my 24/7 think tank where we're just in there bouncing ideas off each other. This is crazy. So do you have any last minute words for my entrepreneurs that are out here ready to save their clients and change the world? I'm going to put you in spotlight here. What do you got here for this Saas Saturdays? What do you got, Carla?
So complexity kills, simplicity rules. So just keep it simple. I feel like if you've been in the digital online marketing world for, I don't know, 4 or 5 years, we've been kind of sold that we have to have things so complicated. And, you know, you got these entrepreneurs that are coming on saying, I made 10 million in a day on this launch. But what they're not telling you is they spent probably 5 million in ads and another million in staff and all this other stuff, right? Like, it's crazy complicated, and you don't need it complicated. In fact, with this day and age, the simpler it is, the one tap instant on their phone is where people want to be. So just focus on that and you'll be golden. You'll be good. You don't need it complex. Complexity rules, simplicity rules.
Thank you. I've been telling people these. Listen, I'm not going to add anything more to that than we've gone through these phases, right? We had this pre-COVID phase. We had this post-COVID phase. People need to realize where they're at in the game. And I just think that sometimes it's just best. And I always tell people, and I'll tell this, and I think you know this, Carla, as well, is sometimes you just need to get your stuff out there the simplest way as possible and then see what happens. And true honesty and transparency, this has been one of the easiest tools for me to deploy and see an immediate return. Again, at the top of the revenue chain. Yeah. So it's like a no-brainer. You're going to get the audio course if you guys sign up for that. $20 for that. It's $150. It's $20 for all of you guys that use at least that link there. And let's go to the races. This is awesome. It turned into a nice. Thank you, Carla. Thank you again for showing up. Yeah. Thank you guys for joining my channel. Make sure you give me a thumbs up. At least let YouTube know there's some juice going on here. Trying to grow this channel here. Again, I'll tell you this, and I'm going to wrap up with this. I have a couple of YouTube channels, right? Because I love sharing. I love sharing these different silos, different ecosystems, right? I only do the YouTube so people can kind of find me and discover me. Right? I'm not doing the YouTube. Like you hear people, oh man, they're making 10 grand a month, 20 grand. Do you know what type of grinding it takes on YouTube to make 10 grand a month and how many followers you have to see? People showing up their YouTube platinum gold. That's some grinding. And what I'm hearing from a lot of the YouTube experts is they're just getting burned out. The reason why is because YouTube, there's this funny thing. Once you become monetized, if you're not, I'm going to give. All right, I got to make sure we give something with this, Carla. And I appreciate you hanging out, Carla. What YouTube does on the back end, you guys don't know this. They prime you to put the content. They say, oh, your content's dropping. You got to add 3 more videos. You got to add 2 more. It's like a hamster wheel. I kid you not. So YouTube is really just use it for that mechanism for people to find out who you are, to get into your ecosystem, to bring them in on the top end of the revenue. Using a tool like Hiro, I think is perfect. I think to take people from video and into audio, and then maybe if you charge a person, and I think Carla and I would go back and forth with this, right? Even if you charge a person, even on an entry level of $250, $3, $4.99 to get access in a micro transaction, that means a person's pulled out their credit card and they want to get more from you. If you did a micro transaction on Hiro, you will make more than you'll make on YouTube in a year if you had 20 subscribers. Listen, I know that's not popular. I'm just telling you, I have all the streams and I know which ones that are paying me, that are able to allow me to continue to share with you guys. Hiro is one of those tools. It's not some big YouTube channel. That is grinding. You will get burned out, right? So I'm just telling you. I'm telling you what I know. Carla's nodding. You agree, Carla?
Yeah, no, it's true. And whether you're trying to pump out content in YouTube, or you're trying to bring people into your ecosystem with like webinars or, free course, online course sort of thing, it's hard. It'll burn you out fast.
It will. It'll burn you out. And I think and I'll share this last piece. I know we're going to end. I'll share this last piece. Here's what I will share. I think the power in Hiro, because we already saw the magnificent deal. I think the power in Hiro is I don't have to put on makeup. I don't have to put on my black superhero glasses. I don't have to be on point. All I have to do is turn on my microphone and take people on a journey. Yeah. That's all I have to do in Hiro. And it's a game changer. And then now that I can add things in the show notes, I can add a PowerPoint slide, just a PowerPoint slide in the show note. I don't even have to add a video. Today was awesome. Thank you so much, Carla. Today was awesome. I really had a good time. You guys have been great. Thank you guys for following me. Thank you guys. The Adrians, the Cold Crush, the Michaels, the Joyful Stamping, the Mark Rodriguez, all my peeps, giving them their shout outs for just hanging out here with me. Big Cares World, all of you guys. Thank you guys so much for being just members of my channel and members of my growth system. That's all I want to do is empower people and grow them to the next level. You guys have been great. Thank you so much. Saas Saturdays, we are out. Goodbye for now. Guys. Let me see.
Says recording stopped.
Yeah.
All right.